Happy Monday, guys, and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. Today, we're in the studio with Sensitiser. Hello, guys.
Hello, sir.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise, man.
Yes.
I practice your name a lot because I've heard many pronunciations. And up until today, I figured out exactly what it was because I asked you.
Yes.
And so, what are some of the fuck-ups? Sorry. What are some of the mispronunciations?
Oh, let's see.
You first.
Sensitiser, Sanitizer, Sensitiser.
Sensister, yeah.
Sensitivities.
Sensitivities is our favorite.
That's probably,
I've heard,
From Big Dick, New York.
I can't even say
Sensitiser.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that's a good one.
Sinister. I've heard
Go with
Sinister.
that, for sure.
Yeah. I remember one time I was trying
Sennheiser, yeah.
So okay, so I was trying to say it one time, and somebody corrected me, and I'm pretty sure they corrected me wrong. And it was awkward.
Sister. Can't you read?
I was trying to read the name, and they were like, as I was reading it, they corrected me with the wrong name, and I was looking at it like,
Nah,
yeah.
bro. I got hooked on phonics, man.
I was like, I know my accent's a little fishy because I'm from Mexico, but like I know kind of how the vowels and the consonants kind of go together. All right, guys. So tell us your names and what you do in the band.
You start buying.
As the front man passes it to the bass player. My name is Byron. I'm the bass player. I also do screams, backup vocals. Pretty much, that's my role right there.
I am Nick Hawes. I am the guitarist and vocalist of the band.
And I am Harold Love. I do drums and I do backing vocals as well.
Cool story, bro.
And these guys do 3-part harmonies, which was I didn't expect that during sound check. I thought that was pretty dope,
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
Mumford & Sons and Kings of Leon are our number one influences.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
they're not. They're absolutely not. It was just.
I was like, oh, we're skipping to question number 6.
That was a teaser.
That was a little That's cool, dude. So I want to know a little bit about your history. How long you have been together, and how long have you known these guys, man? And how did you come to be a group? And how old were y'all? And just
Oh, well, me and Byron, we've always been on and off together doing music about, I want to say, 10 years now.
nice.
We were actually just out on a patio in Galveston.
It was a rooftop, man.
Yeah, it was a rooftop.
was a rooftop party, man.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's been
we're
10
at-
years.
We're at.
Foggy.
It was downtown. Galveston. It was on a strand. I remember a lot of other members of the music group down there was there. Me and Nick got together. Me and him kind of played together for a little bit. But it was funny because his influences were a little different from mine. But in reality, I knew he was talented. And so my main focus was to try to at least recruit him. And then in the end.
Okay.
And then my main thing was like, in the end, just
So,
at least.
so you were there with
He
that
asked me.
mentality.
Yeah.
for sure.
Recruiting someone, or you had your eye on him.
No, him. No, for sure. Because, like, in the end, I wasn't thinking about, like, how I'm going to break into rock and roll and all that stuff. I was just like, who's the individual I could work with to, like, actually, like, make music with that's of that kind of caliber? And
Funny.
he was the man.
Yeah, funny story. I sold him his first bass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we actually jammed out together, and he was like, oh, no, this guy. Oh. he's like riffing out, playing metal. Oh, that's not.
But no, afterwards, we got together, and songwriting-wise, we definitely had chemistry immediately. I knew it. And from that point on, I knew, this is my... Like we wifed up.
So,
like
so y'all
this is
exchanged
my
numbers, right? At the
man.
place?
I almost
And who
proposed
called
to.
who?
I almost proposed to this man on the balcony on top of the roof, man. I was like, bro, like.
It was like kind of like, you play bass. I mean, you play guitar, and I play bass, and you can sing, and let's do this. And the rest is history. We've just been doing this for forever now. And 2 years ago, we picked up this guy.
I have a story. Yeah, go ahead and do your story. So, I didn't know Nick.
You can speak.
Yeah, I can speak now. Sorry. And speak.
Right?
And so I didn't meet Nick and Byron until I was 13 years old. And
Wait,
so
if I don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 21 now.
Okay.
Which
And so-
reveals all of our ages just now.
Yes.
It revealed Byron is the godfather of the group and the OG. Anyway, Yeah, so I've been knowing Nick and Byron since I was 13. And of course, I've met Nick when he used to work at a grocery store or right down the street where I
Food
live.
Right.
Just Food Right. Shout out to
Right.
Food Right. And the security guard there was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna introduce you to my man Nick. He's a musician as well." And me and my dad were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." So we walked up to Nick and we're like, "Yo, what's up?" And we traded numbers and we got together. And Nick, he used to go to play shows. Whenever before me, of course, I was too young, and I just grew to love this man, and he inspired me so much to be a part of the local scene. Until I was 18, we grew up, and I was 18 years old. That's when it was like, okay, I'm old enough now. We can start playing. I can be in the band now. Can I be in the band now, guys?
That's what it was. Hey, just to interject, I don't want to cut it too long,
yeah.
but like, what's funny to me is he definitely was trying to be the drummer primarily immediately.
At 14. At 14.
But what was
Oh,
funny,
yeah?
but
Oh, shit.
like I felt like we had it's funny, like I had that different kind of swag where I was like, hey man, like this dude wants to be our drummer and that's cool and all, but like he can't like actually stay out because he probably got curfew because he gotta be back in middle school in the morning. So I don't know if he's worthy of the band.
And this guy, he would send me recordings of him playing guitar to our songs. Yeah, he'd be like,
recordings of
"Nick,"
your songs?
Yes, he would be like,
That's
he'd be like,
awesome, dude.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Nick, hey man, check out what I did to y'all's song." I'm like,
And it's
man.
it was better than most.
This
Let's
was
just
at
say
this
that,
was
man. It
at
was better
14
than
and
most.
15 years old.
Oh,
that I was doing
damn,
this.
man.
It was quite better than
Yes.
most, man. This man's talented for sure, and this is like he's a secret weapon for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I've been in the band now like for about 2 years, almost 2.5 years. So
So you're 21.
I'm 20.
Wait,
Plus,
it could
oh.
be 21.
One, yeah,
it could
no.
be either or.
I joined.
Depends when your birthday is.
I joined like right towards the end of my senior year is when I joined.
that's awesome,
Sensitiser.
dude.
So yeah.
That's some cool stuff, man. That's a pretty awesome story. That you were like, you wanted to be that committed from the beginning.
He definitely was. He's my brother.
And has it worked out, guys?
What's funny is like you're gonna hear us say the same thing.
I was expecting a quicker answer than that.
Well, because
Yes. Yes. It
what
definitely
it
works
is
out.
to me is something deeper than just like him playing drums. It's like a like an addition, like a piece, like not just like the instrumentation, but like the mind, the brain, the
Yeah.
actual
No,
human
and
being,
and
the
obviously
actual
he knows his
individual.
shit.
Oh, beyond that.
He's
but
beyond
beyond
yeah.
that. This man's a true musician, man,
Yeah.
and it's a pleasure to work with this
And so
dude.
before you came in the band, was there another drummer? that you knew that you could like.
Oh, that's a good question.
I know. I didn't want to go there. but I
Well, we're
went there.
going there. You did it. So yes, there was. His name was Steven Jackson.
Oh, what?
I'm just saying. He asked the question.
He was the other drummer. He was the other drummer. He didn't do. I mean, he didn't do terrible. He was great.
He was a
yeah.
great guy. No, honestly, he was a great guy.
But we
Yeah.
needed someone available to travel, like because
Gotcha.
After I would say about 5 months after we picked up Harold, we were traveling to San Antonio
Cool.
and to further gigs that we could travel out to.
Yeah.
Which is very important if you want to get your music out there. You
Well,
got
of
to
course.
play not just Houston, but around the whole
course.
area.
And it's
How do
a.
you balance life and traveling?
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
no.
a
Well,
question by our one audience member. How do you balance the traveling with your life, man?
I mean, I don't know. It's just like you have to figure out.
Well, you have a
time.
job now.
I just got a job actually. So before I had the job, it was so much easier. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in high school, at the time, and I didn't have a lot of time to play a lot of shows, but I was so into music. Music has always been a part of my life. So I always, with everything in me, to find time to do it. And I had my own little group back then. Black Apple was my group, and it was strong. It was like a very good group. And
Yes.
unfortunately, we had to break it apart due to other,
Good to Nick.
and yeah, exactly. And we all
taking
went
the
to
blame.
different. We all went to different schools, and I'm currently in college, and we were all in different colleges and stuff like that. So that's why. But spent a lot of time in Sensitiser, and I don't know. You just if you know that you're wanting to do it, for a long period of time, if not for the rest of your life, then you're gonna find time regardless. And
Yeah.
your
Well,
normal
if you
work
want
schedule.
something, you're gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make a lot of sacrifices no matter what. So that's just whether or not if you want to make those sacrifices.
That's pretty cool, man.
Exactly.
Whenever I was in high school, I joined this like salsa and merengue band with like I play sax.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
call you.
I play both, but I own a tenor. I mean an alto. Sorry.
Okay.
And it was cool. It was cool playing with these older guys and traveling with these older guys in high school. So, can imagine that's how you felt. You know, it was.
And I was in
cool.
marching band in high school, so it was even harder because the
Oh,
scheduling was
dude, yeah.
brutal, man. You talking? We had to do competitions, and we had to be there at the high school at like 3 a.m. Oh no, man,
that's early, bro.
Oh, man, that ain't nothing, honestly. sometimes we have to spend the night at the high school.
No way.
Yeah, so that way we can wake up
Is that
early.
the excuse you gave your parents to go out?
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds pretty damn good.
yeah, no.
Which high school?
I went to Dickinson High School. Shouts out to all the people who went to Dickinson. Gators, Gator Nation. So, yeah.
So, Nick,
Yes.
how long have you been writing original music, man? And how long as a maybe individual and as a band collectively?
Probably, I think Byron really sparked it in me because
okay.
I was trying to write, but this man, knowing more about music theory and everything, he actually. This man knowing more about
You're
music
like,
theory and
what?
everything, he actually got me into the songwriting process and how
Nice.
to, write a chorus and write verses and stuff like that. And it really helped me to unlock, how I write songs now. And just the progressive side. I mean, we try to be a progressive, I guess, metal. I guess that's what we're trying to sound like. But in terms of, just writing, he's helped me a lot in just understanding that kind of flow and everything.
That's awesome. So, were you writing before you met Nick?
I've been classically trained since
Deuce the blacksmith.
Stop. Don't even. That's another topic. I've been classic. I played trumpet when I was in the 4th grade.
I played trumpet too, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's funny because a lot of trumpet
I played all the
players.
instruments. It's not fair.
Well, no, but trumpet players gravitate towards sax. Like
Really?
to me, from my experience. My best friend's a tenor sax player. He wanted to play baritone. I was a baritone player afterwards. My embouchure, for those who don't know, the tightness around my lips wasn't good enough for a trumpet mouthpiece. It was too small.
I played
so I
trombone.
couldn't.
You were leaking.
Yeah,
you were leaking air.
That's what I mean. Like we could go deep with that.
Oh, we can.
with the reference. But like,
Oh, we can.
long story short, I got a bigger mouthpiece, and man, my thing was good. So like, long story short, I always like wrote stuff, but it was like classical stuff. I love symphony. I love video game composition and stuff like that. So I was thinking like, on a more grandiose scale as far as like writing. But then I fell in love with like rock because it's still composition. It's just within a couple instruments.
Yeah.
Like, it's like jazz necessarily, but without like the brass and all that. And so my thing was I wanted to play the instrument that's the most grounded. And I was like trying to bounce off of somebody necessarily who actually can compose off, their own ideas. And it's funny because we had that first song when we came together and it was so much a bridled energy. Yeah. And then it was cool because I knew my role was to like try to at least like make it organized. And I think I fit that role per se, like to this moment. But it's funny because he's grown so much as a writer to the point where I'm not that guy at all. Now I'm like just a critic. I'm just like, I just sit back and it's like, yo, Nick, this ain't as good. And boy, and what's funny? That's when things get real. Things get real when you tell a dude that you worked with for 9 years, yo, man, it's not as good as the.
Especially when he's all pumped up about it.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
Dude, let me show you
Oh,
something
my
neat."
goodness. And that's what I'm laughing.
Oh,
like,
I get butthurt if I write a song. If I write a
It's okay,
song,
it's okay.
if I write something, and then he's like, "Man, I think you should change this here." And I'm like, "What? What?"
But that's what I'm laughing about. Like he could take the editorial criticism.
Yeah.
And not like take
You
it.
have to.
He can't
Yeah.
take it that personally because he knows that in the end, I know what we've worked on together. And he's so liberal as a songwriter. So it's really a pleasure to work with him. But it's funny because of the growth. The growth is so awesome. That's the best part about music is to see someone grow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I mean, and grow collectively, and
Agreed.
not growing collectively doesn't just mean that you are writing songs to each other, but accepting each other, and be able to take the criticism and feeling comfortable to be able to tell him, that you don't like this or maybe consider something being changed.
Yeah.
I worked with a lot of hard-headed musicians, and that doesn't go well with everybody at all.
Once you get past all of that and you connect with that person more on a personal level and musician
Well, it's
level.
deep, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
You
deep
have
bond.
to be. You have to. You have to go in with a clear mind and everything, and accept other people's ideas. If you can do that.
There's a sort of I agree because like what I think is missed is like personal interloping relationships in songwriting. I wonder sometimes how many artists like right now are like composing music on their own and then just telling people how to play it, and that's it. Like versus like what
That'd be like session musicians.
Exactly, but that's not what I always pride ourselves in is the fact that we are three pieces. And what I always talk about is like a stool. A stool can have 4 legs or 3 legs, but if you take one leg from a 3-leg stool, that thing falls down. You take a 5th leg off of a 5-leg chair. I got one of these. There's 5 legs on them. I'm missing a wheel. I still run that in my house right now. That's brand new. Yeah. But you can do that, and then on a 4-peg stool, you can do that.
You can get
but
a
on a
caster
3-piece,
off Amazon.
but what I'm saying is like on a 3-piece, you have to rely on each other. You have to fall back on each other. You can't be the lead every time. There's no way. So it's cool because I dreamt of that. It's hard to compose music and like say, hey man, this violinist can be replaced, and instead be like, I can never replace Nick. I can never replace Harold. That's tough. That's different, but I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
my favorite method of composition.
That's awesome, man. That's good to know that they are open to each other's ideas. That's super dope. Do you have new material that we should be?
Yes, we are actually working. I believe we have 7 new songs that we're working on that no one's heard at all.
Awesome, man.
So we're keeping everything pretty secretive.
Awesome.
We're gonna keep working on it and tighten everything up and then start recording.
Well, whenever you have them ready, you're always welcome to come back and play them songs.
That would be amazing. We'd
Yeah,
love to
dude,
do
absolutely.
that like a showcase here for the album. That'd
Of
be really
course,
cool.
man. Where can people find you on social media?
You can find us at facebook.com/Sensitiser Band. I used to have it on the back of my Yaris until I got into a wreck. It's sad because I can still go on Google Maps, see where I work, and the last place where my Yaris was is at work, and I just see facebook.com Sensitiser Band. I was like, my poor car on the Yaris.
Poor
Oh,
Yaris.
no way, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Poor
cool, man.
Yaris.
They probably upgraded the satellite image now, so it's probably not there anymore. It's history. But yeah, we have our Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We try to be on all the social media outlets, in case someone wants to contact us and be like, hey, you're doing good. We like your music.
And by the way, just please check out our other 2 projects prior to this, Digital Chemistry and Conscious. We put a lot of hard work and time and effort into that. And I feel like this is a build up toward the new things we're coming up with.
Yeah.
Clearly, I think in the end, it's going to be a progression, and it always is, and that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, y'all feel free to support us and check out the old stuff, and we'll be performing that as well too. Absolutely,
man. Follow these guys, look for them. We're gonna tag them in all these posts so they can click on your name. It'll take you right to your social media.
Cool.
What are you gonna play for us today?
Today we're going to play our EP Conscious in its entirety.
Awesome.
Yes, we're very excited.
I was telling. Did I forget your name? I'm sorry.
Byron.
That,
you can call me Deuce the Blacksmith if you. No, please don't. I'm Byron. No.
I was telling him that I was listening to y'all's music today, and it's cool stuff, man. It's nice like hearing it, and then sound check, watching y'all actually, it reminded me of earlier. it was a short-term memory reminder.
We're trying to work on making workout music. I think the next album is simply workout music tunes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
From now on.
So heavy and some lightness.
Something to jog on the treadmill with. That's what we're going for.
At very low speed.
Very low speed.
Like you're surrounded by trees in the forest.
So I'm going to send a couple of shout-outs, guys. And if you want to send a couple of shout-outs afterwards, you have time to think about it. Cool. I want to send a shout-out to Kevin Hamlin and Tuna Cancer Fest. He's got a festival February 21st through 23rd. All the proceeds go to cancer research for children. And so go get trashed and go eat a lot of food. All of that goes to cancer research. It's okay. Just Uber home. Do not drive home, because then it'll be kind of pointless if you get arrested and shit. Okay, so Iván Oropesa and Rock Animal. This Wednesday, we're going to start season 2 of our Spanish rock concert series. That's every Wednesday. We support Spanish music as well as English music. King Baby Familia, Diego for all the mad love. He's an awesome dude. Do y'all know King Baby?
Yes.
He's just a cool guy, man. Severo Brown and Zona Libre in KPFT for sending us artists to showcase. He's also involved with our with our Spanish rock concert series. He helps out with interviews and stuff like that. Hank Lamb at 90.1 for sending us a bunch of artists to showcase. He sent us some pretty badass people, and so that's super dope that people are getting more involved. And we want to give a shout out to Westone Audio. They're our in-ears sponsor. I believe the drummer is using the in-ears today, right?
Oh yeah,
And-
no,
and
they
so am I.
Oh, yeah,
sounded
We're both-
fantastic.
Oh,
we're
you,
both
you
using
did too. I
Westones.
gotta give you. You like
I'm
them?
using sure.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
cool too.
pretty sure.
Sure
I
is
think
cool,
I'm-
too.
I'm
I had
using
Sure.
Westones, huh?
You're
But,
using
uh,
Westones.
I like
yes.
Westones.
But
too,
but
man.
Westone, we really enjoy. I really enjoy those in-ears. If you're looking for Westone in-ears, guys, we have a discount code. Go to their website, type in the discount code, and you'll get a 15% discount. It's RR Studio 15. It's on the screen. You'll see it right now. And go check them out, man. I recommend them. Everybody that comes here uses them, and they really like them. And so I really like them. So plus they're my sponsors. So I'm gonna suggest
They're
them.
great. No, I love them.
It's funny because Westone, I posted a picture of the case of Westone.
Uh-huh.
I was recording a vocal, and they actually liked the
Yeah?
post, and yeah, I thought it was really cool.
That's cool. Is
But,
it like that
you know,
orange one over there
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
next to the next to
Yep.
the red blowjob bell?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
still have it. I keep all
That's
my
mine.
buttons.
That's mine
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, guys.
Shout out to Westone.
Well, we really appreciate y'all being here. It's a pleasure to have y'all here, guys.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
It's our
Yes,
pleasure.
it's a pleasure.
Oh yeah, no.
No, yeah, it is. no. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. If it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for the bands, we wouldn't be able to do this. Right. Yeah, that's very true.
Yes.
So we appreciate y'all to be here. And so, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us grow. Help. You're not just helping out our channel. You're helping all the bands, all these local bands that take the time to come here and share their music with us. We appreciate you for all the support that we've had in these last 5 months. I think we're approaching 5 months now, but it's been great. We've had, I think you're our 89th band that comes through here.
That's incredible.
We knew we should have postponed it one more just so it could be 90 minutes.
I know it's getting there. It's getting there. But y'all are definitely gonna be coming back though. And so
Thank you.
if you're watching on Facebook, share the event. Make sure these guys get seen by somebody new. Every time you share it, somebody new could possibly be watching them. We know you have a phone close to you or a tablet or some kind of electronic device. Share it. It doesn't cost anything. And so that's super dope if y'all do. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the event and follow us. And if you're watching on Twitch, we stream to Twitch also. Check us out, follow us, and actually I think that's all you do there. You follow us. But go follow these guys, man. These guys are super cool. Sensitiser, they have awesome music. These guys are gonna put a fucking badass concert. Sorry about the F word. But that's my first one today, and I think it's going to be my only one. But, oh, no. I don't know why I apologize for that.
I was trying to work clean so hard. You have no idea.
I
I was
know.
self-censoring.
I think it was because of our conversation earlier. Yeah, we're trying to get it clean, but I was like, don't worry about it, so fuck. Okay.
See,
there.
I'm going to be saying, but you know that
And so, yeah.
I'm going to censor myself.
So, yeah, it's not a
like,
kid's
man,
show,
what
but you know, trying to be a little modest here for the youngin over there.
You too.
All right, guys. So I'm ready for y'all to play. Are y'all ready to play, guys?
You're ready
Yes,
to
sir.
play.
Awesome,
Yeah.
guys. So we're gonna take a minute break while these guys go to the booth, and we'll get started. Thank you for tuning in.